Welcome, my name's Jay the Military Man, and I'm going to be bringing you everything you need to know about making blood gloves. Crafting some sweet blood gloves. So let's get started. Start off with blood gloves. You might be asking yourself some questions about these. What are they, and why do you want one? What materials and what level do you need to be to craft them? And what are you looking for on those affixes, the sweet enchantments on those gloves? So the first thing you'll be looking for is, we need to acquire 4 things to even craft them. So the 4 things are, we're going to need to be getting ourselves some magic blue heavy gloves. We need to get ourselves a perfect ruby, a nephrune, and a jewel. This jewel can be blue, it can be yellow. You can acquire it at level 1 or 99. It does not matter. Any jewel will work. So, gloves. You need magic heavy gloves. So in Diablo, if you're not familiar, there are 3 versions of every item, or there are 3 bases of the same item, depending on how you want to look at it. In this case, we have heavy gloves. There is the normal version, which is heavy. You have the exceptional version, which is the shark skin gloves, and you have the elite version, which is the vampire bone gloves. Now, the only thing that really changes on these gloves are the tier of, this goes for all armor. The tier of armor is you increase or get to a higher level base of the same item, is that the defense is going to increase on the item. And there are some other things that will increase too, and we'll talk about those in just a second. But you can see here that shark skin gloves, you can start reliably fighting those around level 44 and higher. And vampire bone gloves, you can start acquiring those around level 68 and higher. And that's reliably acquiring them. Heavy gloves, you have to create a character and go out into the blood moor there and kill some things, and you'll probably find yourself one. So, as I was saying, the defense increases each time that you increase the base of the item. Now, you can't just take magic gloves and make the base higher. That's not how this works. You kind of have to find them. You can gamble the gloves, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But as you can see here, the things that increase when you increase the base is not only the defense, but the required level, as well as the strength requirement for it. So obviously heavy gloves is going to give you 5 defense, which is pitiful. So you probably don't want to craft these awesome blood gloves with something that's just 5 defense. We're going to be wanting to get ourselves some shark skin gloves and some vampire bone gloves there. You can see the required levels to even, this is the required character level to even equip the item, as well as the strength requirement. Now the strength requirement here is not a big deal because the item here is, well, I mean, it's leather gloves, so there's a pretty, 50 strength. I mean, even your sorceress is going to have 50 strength. Your sorceress is probably going to have more strength than your barbarian on some builds, so a little ridiculous, but it's what it is. So let's go ahead and look at what we want here. We want to look to acquiring ourselves some shark skin gloves and some vampire bone gloves. Now, these gloves can be gambled, or they can be found at hell difficulty when you're just running around. You're pretty much going to be, higher than level 60 for sure, character level, running around in hell, unless you sped around the shit out of the game, which I don't recommend, because I think the actual gameplay of the game is fantastic. I love this game. So yeah, just picking up when you're running around in hell difficulty anywhere, you're in the pit, you're the fucking, you're in Tall Rushes, you're in Arcane Sanctuary, you're in the last act. It does not matter. You can be anywhere. Pick up these gloves, whether they're shark skin or vampire bone, and they will work just perfect for crafting. You can also just gamble them, and we will look at this, the level here, a little more in depth in a second. But first, let's talk about what are blood gloves and why are they so good. So blood gloves, they come with these 3 affixes just innately on them. They come with life leech, life, and chance of crushing blow. And we're going to talk about each one of these and why they're so important. Let's start off with life. Life is important. The more you have, the better. The more you have, the less you die. Or the delay between living and death is greatly extended. Anyway, life, fantastic. Gloves don't really roll life. The fact they can't is one of their affixes. So getting life innately is great. All right, we got ourselves some nice crushing blow. This is awesome. Crushing blow is so awesome, and I'll explain it here if you don't understand it, or if it's new to you. Crushing Blow deals this pseudo-physical damage equal to a percentage of the monster's remaining current hit points, not their maximum. So if the monster's at half health, you're going to be dealing a percentage of their half remaining health. And this percentage is 12% for if you're attacking with a melee weapon, or 6%, half as much, if you're attacking with a ranged weapon. Now, so let's say that you have that 10% chance of Crushing Blow. You get the top affix on these gloves, or the top roll. You have a 10% chance to deliver that Crushing Blow on each hit. And if you're a melee fighter and you're attacking, you're doing that 12%, you're going to, every time you hit, so if you're a paladin with Zealot at max attack speed, that's that's 5 hits in 2.5 seconds. And every time you hit, you got a 10% chance to proc that. Just back to back to back to back to back. And that will deal, 12% of the monster's total health, not total health, their current total health every time you hit. So if you go up to Andariel, for instance, in Hell or whatever, and you go up and the first time you hit her and this procs, you're going to be doing 12% of her health. Big old fucking chunk of it. Just boom, instantly. It's gone. And that adds on the weapon damage that you'd normally deal anyway. And it's just phenomenal for taking out creatures that have astronomical, high health, like the Ubers. Just being able to bring their health down from full to 10%. Super fast. It's phenomenal. I cannot stress how fucking good these are. And every percent chance that you have, whether you get some from a G-face, Guillaume's face, or however you pronounce it, or some Gore Rider Brutes, even the beginning, required level 20 or 18 or 22 level boots, the Goblin Toes. Those come with 25% Crushing Blow just on the boots. And so, for instance, if you only had 5%, you rolled a low on the Crushing Blow for your Blood Gloves, but you had the Goblin Toes on, that adds together. So now you've got 30% chance to deal Crushing Blow every time you hit, and it will proc. And you're going to watch your enemy's health just drop to half so fast. It is awesome. Oh, I love Crushing Blow. It is phenomenal. Especially, it obviously doesn't help your casters. It only applies to when you deal a weapon attack, whether that's melee or ranged, and it's just so good. Alright, the next thing you saw there, we're going to talk about Life Leech now. So, we're going to be talking about Life Leech and Mana Leech because they work exactly the same. So, Life Leech and Mana Leech is the amount it restores to you an amount of life or mana stolen per hit. So every time you hit a creature, it steals a percent of the physical damage you deal to that creature. For instance, if you have 10% Life Leech, and this stacks again with all your equipment as well, and you deal 1,000 physical damage on a hit, you will immediately regain 100 life, which is ridiculous. Now, a lot of players have gone on forums and been like, oh, it's not healing 100 life like you say it is. That's because there's an additional factor. So Leech effectiveness, this is applied to both mana and life, is dependent on the difficulty that you're playing in. So whether that's normal or nightmare or hell, you can see the effectiveness reduction essentially. Normal, no change. Nightmare, it's half as much, and the hell is 33%. A third as much. So essentially, if you take that same equation, but you're playing at hell, dealing 1,000 physical damage, you got 10% life leech, you're going to regain 33 life. But again, if you're, my favorite example is the Zealot Paladin. You're hitting 5 times in 2.5 seconds. This doesn't have a chance to leech. This just leeches every time you hit. And even if you only hit 3 of those, backtrack. If you hit 3 of those, it's 100 life right off the bat. That's 2.5 seconds. So you're getting a hit, you're hitting, you're healing. It is awesome. But this gets better because this stacks with certain features like not Crushing Blow, but it stacks with Deadly Strike. A Deadly Strike is essentially just double damage. Percent chance to deal double damage, just like how Crushing Blow's percent chance to do its percentage damage. 12% on the hit or whatever. Deadly Strike is just double your base damage instead of how Crushing Blow works. And so, but that applies to the healing. So I'd heal 66 if Deadly Strike procced, which is awesome. And it stacks with Amplified Damage, which is phenomenal. So now, Deadly Strike, Amp Damage all on top of it, that's 4 times the amount on just one hit. That is awesome. It's like 132. Or, yeah, 34. 134 life on one hit. That is awesome. You heal so much, even on hell difficulty. That is phenomenal. And the same thing goes for mana, because all of your abilities and skills and things that are dealing damage, for instance, Zealot's Zeal is using mana. And sometimes you get hit with mana burn, but now you can't do your ability. So having some extra mana leech will prevent you from ever not being able to to attack. So that's why you want mana leech, and that's why life leech is so important. Now, we have those 3 affixes that come on every single blood glove. We also get 4 additional random affixes guaranteed when we craft at level 76. Now, for all the crafting videos that I'm doing, if you're crafting at level 76 plus, you will always guarantee yourself those 4 affixes, or at least 4 additional affixes. Just how the game works here. And yeah, I'll just tell you. So, if you craft at level 1, you only get 1 you guarantee yourself 1 affix, but you can roll up to 4. And then at level 36, you guarantee yourself 2 affixes. You can still roll up to 4. At level 56, you guarantee yourself 3 affixes. You roll up to 4. But at 76, you always get 4. So, let's go ahead and look at those affixes and what we might want. All right. Sorry if that was ear rape. On the clapping, but increased attack speed. This is phenomenal. This is what we want on our blood gloves. We want some huge increased attack speed because of what we're doing with the blood gloves. We're trying to proc Crushing Blow and life leech and gain life leech and mana leech, and that's with every hit. And increased attack speed means you're hitting more often and making, ensuring that those happen more often, and that stacks with open wounds or deadly striking, whatever else you got. Every time you're hitting, if you're attacking more, you're attacking faster, you're going to proc more often, you're going to heal faster, you're going to regain your life and mana. It is phenomenal. Now, gloves can also roll life leech at a 3% modifier. They can also, they roll mana leech, as you can see here, 3% modifier. But with life leech, that will stack with the innate leech that we already get. So we can get up to 4 to 6%, which is awesome. Now, if you only get say for instance, well, that only leaves us with 1 random affix. And it's nice to be able to have a couple more spots to play with things. So if you get the innate life leech of 3% and mana leech of 3%, that's awesome. You don't really need the additional, but the additional can be very nice depending on the build you're going for. Especially if you can stack it with blood rings and some other equipment that gives you additional life leech. You're sitting on 20, God willing, 30% life leech. You're healing so much health. Ain't nothing killing you. Unless it kills you in 1 hit, ain't nothing killing you. Let's look at those other affixes. So some things we might want that could roll really high is some strength. All the additional points you have in strength means you don't have to spend the points on your character sheet here to put points into strength, because you already have points from your gear in strength. So now you can dump more points into vitality to raise your life that much higher, which is awesome. Looking for some dexterity. If you're using a shield, that's some additional chance to block, as well as this is the dexterity. Every 1 point of dexterity is equivalent to 5 points of attack rating. So 75 attack rating as base attack rating can be very nice, because it's going to be multiplied by all your skills. So that helps you hit monsters so much. The more you hit, the more you're going to proc everything. So you can see we're kind of going for this increased chance to hit, faster hit, proc all of our abilities, to destroy the enemy in a matter of seconds. It's awesome. You can also roll any of the resistances, fire, lightning, cold, and poison, up to 30%. It does not do all res, unfortunately, but you can roll 30%, which is awesome. And looking for fire and lightning, because those are the most, well, that's how you die the most, is to those elements. You know, whether you're running you're trying to survive against the souls or the pit fiends or whatever, those are definitely the elements that are going to take you out the fastest. And so having some additional resistance against them is awesome. Now, it can also roll up to 25% magic find as well as 80% gold find, which can be a nice little, cherry on top of your blood gloves. Now, for class specific, there's actually some additional things that you could roll in there that you might want, is that random affix. For a barbarian or paladin, or somebody who has a skill, like a paladin that multiplies, a skill that multiplies your defense by a percentage, can be very nice to have additional base percentage on your blood gloves. So what I mean by that is the more base defense you have, it's going to get multiplied by paladins, for instance, Holy Shield, and that's going to just multiply that defense 3-4 times, and it's going to make you that much harder to hit. And so for these guys, like Barbarian has Iron Skin, or I believe so, yeah, Iron Skin, which does the same thing. I'll show you right here. Iron Skin, right here. It increases your defense by a percentage base. So the more defense you have, the better these skills will work. Alright, you also have, for Amazon and Assassin, you can get +2 to certain skills. Now, Amazon can get +2 to any of their skills, but we're not really looking for their passive skills. We really want bow and crossbow or javelin and spear skills. And the Assassin can only roll up to +2 on their martial arts, but that is awesome. All of these are awesome. So a lot of players really like to get the magic gloves with the +3 to javelin and spear skills with a 20% increased attack speed. And you can buy those for sure. You can get those fairly easy. But getting yourself, if you're not just being a lightlings on and you're dealing a lot of additional physical damage, having some blood gloves can be fantastic. Even if you are a Jabzon, having some mana steel on your gloves can be awesome, because when it splits, each one of those is still doing the base javelin's damage, which means you can regain mana from that. Especially with the bow and crossbow, when you're shooting 1,000,000 arrows a second, whether it's the shotgun effect or the machine gun one strafe, every time you hit with an arrow, you're regaining mana from that, which is awesome, which means you don't have to chug potions, which means you don't have to run with the insight merc. You can be self-sufficient, which is phenomenal. So I think blood gloves definitely have the step up in being 100% self-sufficient, even if they can't roll +3 and only +2 on the skills. So here is a full list. I will remove myself so that you can get a picture of this. Oop. There you are. Now, there are over 80 rare glove affixes, and we can actually narrow this down to what we to be in more of our interest, to be able to help us get what we want a little bit easier. So you could roll for these gloves or craft these gloves, at level 56 instead of level 76, and we're going to talk about the differences right here. So the differences are, you only guarantee yourself 3 affixes with a possibility of 4. And you also can't get up to that 15 strength and dex. You can only get up to 9, which is, in this case, for dexterity, 45 attack rating. And you're pretty much limiting yourself to sharkskin gloves, which is not a big deal. Those are just as awesome. And then for level 76, you're guaranteeing yourself the 4 affixes. You can get up to 15 strength and dex. And you can use sharkskin or vampire bone. But when you roll with level 56, you're actually going to be rolling around 10 less affixes. So instead of over 80, you're going to be pulling from a little over 70 affixes, which can help you, narrow the random number generator in your favor a little bit. So if you're not going for strength or dex, that could be a solid choice for you. Yeah, alrighty. So here are all our skills again. Okay, so there are some pretty good unique gloves, but none of them are quite as good as blood gloves. And I'm going to show you some of those right now. Alright, so some gloves that you might be like, hey, can I just, find myself some unique gloves that might work for me instead? Well, you can, but it's not going to be as ideal. I'll show you what I mean. Here's the Hands of Brock. You can get these at level 1, essentially. These can drop at any time. The required level's 5. I think you actually have to be level 2 for these to drop. Whoop-de-doo. Whatever. These gloves come with a nice 3% mana steal and 3% life stolen. or life steal. That is really nice. And you could always, upgrade. You can upgrade the base of any unique or set item to be a or rare to be a higher version. So we could change these leather gloves into whatever the higher version of it is. The heavy to shark skin equivalent, if you needed the defense. But right now we're just going to be, and you could do this for any of these gloves. But right now we're just going to look at what they offer as far as their enchantments. So lifesteal and mana steal, great. But, it's missing that crushing blow, and we really want that. And we got these guys, the Venom Grip. These guys got lifesteal and crushing blow. Now, it does have crushing blow. It's only 5%, but it does have 5% lifesteal, but we're missing our mana steal. So that's a little unfortunate. Let's go to this guy, Steel Rend. We got 10% crushing blow, huge defense and strength, but now we're missing all of our Leech. Where's our mana and lifesteal? We don't have any. Now, you could use these guys. These guys are pretty cool. They got a chance to cast Weaken on striking. That's nice. They got the weird, or the niche minus the monster defense per hit, which I'm going to be honest with you, it's very niche use. Not as good as it sounds. But it comes with huge mana and lifesteal. That's great. But now we're missing our crushing blow. Like, what the heck? And then you've got everybody wants Dracula's Grasp for their smiter. They got 10% lifesteal. That doesn't even help the smiter, because lifesteal, you can't lifesteal with the shield. That does not work that way. I think there's another ability from the Amazon that doesn't let you, and I think it's Impale, doesn't work with lifesteal. I might be wrong on that, but I think it's those two. It does have the fantastic life tap, 10% to 5% chance to cast on striking, and strength, sure. But, and it's got open wounds, which is fantastic, right? That prevents the monster, whoever you're fighting, from regenerating health, because it's essentially applying bleed damage. So we've got these gloves. Now, if you look at these gloves, 10% lifesteal, no mana steal, no crushing blow. We're missing something on everything here. And only your blood glove can come with everything. Now, there's one thing here these are all missing, which is the biggest proponent, or biggest reason why I believe blood gloves are the best. It's because it's missing its 20% increase to attack speed, which is so crucial, so necessary in any weapon user, because you need to hit more, you need to hit faster, you need to hit more often, and getting 20% increase to all of your weapon, no matter what weapon you decide to use, is just so good, so phenomenal, that I really think these are all inferior, simply because of that. The dual leech is fantastic, but having dual leech, life, increased attack speed, and crushing blow is what we want. So, again, these are the items you're going to be needing. We're going to be using shark skin and vampire bone gloves to do the crafting, and let's get right into it. All right, let's start. We got our shark skin gloves here. And we've got our Ruby, Neff, and Jewel. Let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully we can get ourselves some nice GGs. You can see one I previously crafted here. It's got that 20% increased attack speed, abysmal life steal, no mana steal, and some awesome crushing blow, max crushing blow. It's got some extra magic find, which is nice, and I think that's probably why I kept it. But let's see if we can get ourselves some nice, sweet GG blood gloves. Let's do this. First one, 10% increased attack speed, dual leech 6% with magic find. Oh my god, if that was only 3 life and 20 increased attack speed, max crushing blow, that would have been GG off the bat with max life roll. Oh my god, that is awesome. Let's go ahead and just set that one aside as our, hopefully, everything else is good that comes. Hopefully this is not a sign of everything else to be shit to come, but that was awesome. Alright, let's get going. So, pretty much every glove that does not have increased attack speed is just going to be tossed right out. 20%, very similar to the one I have. This one comes with lightning res. Whoop-de-doo. And some additional strength. Some dual leech, and nothing else really going for it. Actually, I think I had some dex, but it's not what we want. No attack speed. No attack speed. Alright, we've got some... Yeah, look at this. The abysmal attack rating. You can get up to 20 attack rating on these gloves, and compared to the 9 dex, even on a low roll, or the lower side of affixes, that's still 45. So, 45 beats 20 any day. Some dual leech, but nothing else going on. Nope. And I really wish that so many items in this game did not roll charges. Charges are terrible for pretty much every item except for 2 instances. Enchant charges and teleport charges. Teleport charges on the amulets. Pretty much every other charge in this game is just, why is it there? Why is it there? There are a few, unique items that can have, like, what's the word? Fuck. I amplify damage on them, which is awesome, but, that doesn't just happen on items. Alright, let's continue here. There was some magic find in there, but I do not care. Nope. No attack speed. We need attack speed. Nope. Max crushing blow. Nope. Oh my god, I'm missing an F. 10%, 3, and 5. Very, very low. But that comes with huge lightning res, though. Huge lightning res. That's kind of cute. For level 37, that could be pretty nice. Probably throw it out later. Boop. Alright, what else we got here? We got some more trash. 2 to martial arts, no attack speed, so it's pretty fucking worthless. Dual leech. Max, where is our attack speed? Huge dex! Why is it 10% increased defense? Why can't it be attack speed? That would have been awesome. 20%, 3, 8. It's actually pretty decent. We will hold on to it. I don't know where my other 2 went. Stick them over here. Trash. $210 nothing. Trash. Some res was nice. Nope. Nope. Yeah, these gloves can also roll up to like 40 mana, but yeah, I mean, when you're dealing damage with weapons, mana is not really something you need. So there's the defense based on character level instead of percentage. It's cute. Alright, let's go grab some more. Alrighty, we did our first 20. Let's do the next 20. Excuse the fireworks out there. Alrighty, let's do this. Next one, javelin and nothing. 20% with cold and fire. Okay, it's alright. It's on some shark skin. I don't think we've got any good vampire bone yet. There's a scattering of them in here. Oh, there was one. Somewhere. Vampire bone, there you are. Yeah, I got a scattering. It's a little harder to gamble for those. Oop. Whew, trash. Trash. And two to passive and magic. Not something we want, but it didn't come with anything else, so it's whatever. Oop. We've got trash. Oop. Passive and magic. So funny. Nothing else. Nope. Oh my god, it's another one. Why enhanced defense? Where's my 20%? This would have been perfect. Perfect. Oh my god, I just unironically said the meme. Alright, we've got trash. Oop. Trash. Passive and nope. Why mana? I can roll up to 40 mana, but it's pretty useless. You know, if caster gloves were good, then I'd do a video about that, but they're not. It's the only time I feel like you do go for mana. 5 and 5 and trash. Stupid chance casts. 1 to 3 fire damage. Guys, I'm gonna wait till level 52 to deal an additional 1 to 3 fire, because you know that's effective. 20%, 3. Oh my god, so we got max on life, only 5 on crushing blow, and poison leaf reduced. It's got the attack speed though. Oop. Oh, looks like I didn't grab enough jewels. Let's go grab those. Alright, so we've done 45. Let's, or 46, excuse me. Now we're gonna finish with these last ones. Some trash. And we'll do 50 more. Abysmal. And, alright, so another 20%. It's got Dex. Enhanced defense. That's pretty good. Wish I had some mana leech. That's pretty good. Alright, so that was 50. Let's go ahead and do another 50. Alright, let's do our next 25. We're halfway there. Boom. Some trash. More tri-res. Okay, if you get a glove that is tri-res like this and has, or dual res, I guess it would be dual res, with magic find and gold find on top of it, that could be pretty nice for somebody who doesn't, you know, necessarily need a blood glove. Just saying.
Impossible.
Impossible. It's impossible to need that. It's a lie. No. Alright, it's trash. Dual leech, but terrible. Freaking chance to cast. Get out of here. Alright. Nope. 10%. Oh my god. Oops. Oh. Had max roll and crushing blow though. 10%, 3 and 5. What is this? This is terrible. Early gold find, guys. 77%. I mean, if you're going for a gold max magic find, otherwise terrible. Alright. Yeah, one of these for your barbarian doing a gold find. Oop. Can be very nice. But almost maxing the magic find. Terrible. Oop. Nope. Level 77. LOL. What for? The multi-shot? Trash? The charges? 20%. Nothing else is going for it, though. 2 to strength? Oh, it's terrible. Alright, there are two 20% that I've thrown out. I want to count them at the end. 20% increased attack speed. Just how many out of 100 gave us increased attack speed. Oh, there's another one. Does it have anything else going for it? Not really. So that's 3 we've thrown out now. That's terrible. I don't know why I looked at that so long. Dual Leech, otherwise mana, light radius. What is this garbage? Alright, we've got life stuff. That's fucking terrible. Nope. Freaking 1 to 3 fire damage. That is adorable. Boop. Oh, alrighty, we've got some trash. 10% 1 to 5 fire. Why is that? Why is that something they can even roll? Like, let's get rid of that affix. Let's get rid of all the charges. Oh, terrible. Oh, another terrible one. Boom. And nothing. All right. So far, we've kept 8 out of 75. Let's do the last 25. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Alrighty, last 25. Here we go. Dual Leech, but trash. Terrible. 20%, 8 and 2, poison and lightning. Alright. Put that over here for now. I don't really like that one. Oop. Oh my god. Stay put, you. Alright. 20 to go. 2 to crossbow and Amazon. Why is there power strike? That is retarded. 2 to passive and magic. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. Alright, dual Leech again with some 7% in magic find. Nope, not good enough. Nope. God damn it. Alright. 1 to 5 fire, guys. I'm waiting until level 60 to wear 1 to 5 fire. Why is that there? It's adorable. 1 to 2 fire, guys. Level 52. So dumb. Oh my god. Alright. Terrible. Come on, give me magic find. Otherwise, terrible. Oh my god. Boom. 20%, 3, 7. Huge lightning. Why is there durability repair? Why could that not have been mana? Oh my god. Oop. 2 to crossbow. Fuck. No attack speed. So sad. Alright, last 5. Let's do this. 2 and no attack speed. Frost Nova when struck. Wow. Level 3 Frosty Nova. 310. Almost max on all the base rolls. Otherwise, just not great. Had huge defense, though. One sec. Huge defense. 100 defense on Vampire Bone. 5 to strength. It's like so close. But no cigar. Oop, that's the wrong thing. Boop. Last one. 10% with terrible attack rating. Oh, apparently you can get up to 30 attack rating. Otherwise, terrible. Alright, so we had how many? Rolled 20%. So we have, let's put the 10% over here. Another 10. And none on that one. And that's a 20. That's all 20s. Okay, so we had 3 plus 7. So out of 100, we had 10 that rolled 20% increased attack speed. We had about another 10 that rolled 10% increased attack speed. Toss most of those, though. So those are the numbers on that. How many were dual? Well, I didn't keep track of how many were dual each, but I'm guessing somewhere around 10. We did keep this guy because we had dual each with max all base rolls. Good lightning and fire res. Just missing the attack speed. That would have been so perfect. Oh my god. Anyway, no skiller attack speeders, which is pretty unfortunate. But that was fun. Probably do this again offline, or off camera. But I wanted to show you guys. This is making blood gloves. So hope you guys had fun watching. I had a blast doing this. I really love this game. It's one of my favorite games. Uh, you guys should probably have more videos to come. I don't think I'll get any more in July, but definitely August. I've got several lined up. I might have one or two more here in July, but this is a blast. I love this game. Thanks for all for supporting me in my previous videos. It was a lot of fun making those, and I hope you guys had fun here too. All right, y'all take care, and I will see you in the next one.